We live in a time of stagnation and stalemate. Often it's the case that people spend all their time talking at each other, and I'm really happy to say that one of the things that makes this community such a special place is that we don't have to be stuck in stalemate. It's no secret that there's been a lot of disagreement over the last month about what the best course forward is for the libraries. And I'm really, really happy that we were able to have a compromise where we all worked together that created, frankly, a better proposal. And in this tough times, we need the best proposal, and we need all to be working together for it, because it's not going to be easy to pass this levy in May, and it's not going to be easy to pass the district in November, but I'm confident that we're going to do it. Thanks very much, and we'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Why wait till November for the district?
Because if the proposal fails in May, the library would lose 2/3 of its funding, and that would cause 300 jobs to be lost and the system to basically be eviscerated. So this allows us to keep the system in place, to put a safety net in place, and then we can ask the voters in November to weigh in, and hopefully they'll say yes, and we're going to work hard to get them to say yes, but frankly, if they say no, we'll at least still have funding for the library system.
What's the estimated cost for 2 back-to-back campaigns, and what's the pitch to voters? Do this now, and we'll have some cuts, but don't worry, there's a bright light at the end of the tunnel?
The pitch is, in May, do this now because the system needs it. This is what we need to keep the doors open for the library system. Once that happens, we'll go to the voters in November and say, you've kept the doors open, now is your opportunity to provide stable, long-term financing and security for the long haul for the libraries.
Jeff, 2 weeks ago when you were explaining your original proposal, you cited a couple reasons why you didn't think that a tax district would pass, why it would have support. Did you change your mind, or are you just hoping to be proven wrong?
Well, I think that in May, this is the right way forward. I think that frankly, we would not be successful in passing a district this May. But by giving the voters another 6 months, by taking advantage of the more robust electorate that will happen in November, because it's a much, much bigger election, I think we have a real chance of passing it. But it's also the case that we're giving the voters a chance in a way that has a much lower downside risk. If we did this election in May and we lost, it would be devastating. I still think we're going to be able to win in November, but I think it's important that if we don't, we'll still have funding for our libraries. That's a huge difference.
So how will the levy impact voters? It was stated that it won't raise taxes.
It
so.
won't. It would keep the current levy in place, which is 89 cents per $1,000 of assessed value. So whatever people are paying right now, they will continue to pay it.
That goes how long?
It would go for 3 years.
3 years.
Yes.
How much will the district cost?
The district, we're still working on the details, but it's probably about 30 cents more per $1,000.
Have you done the calculations on the impact of the staff and to the budget as far as the 6-month gap?
Yeah, we think that what will happen is the libraries will face a shortfall from the levy of about 10%, which is significant, but which will allow all major services to continue to open, will allow all the branches to stay open, and there might be some reduction in hours, but it's not a devastating loss, which is what would happen if we weren't able to pass anything in May.